Next up at UFC Vegas 88, we have Kennedy Nzechukwu taking on Ovince St. Preux. Kennedy Nzechukwu 12-4 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, coming off the knockout loss to Dustin Jacoby. He's taking on Ovince St. Preux, 16-17 overall, 2-1 in his last 5, coming off the knockout loss to Felipe Lins. What is that?
That's what they do.
Oh, you're doing that? Yeah. Kennedy Nzechukwu. This dude is very, very long, very powerful, solid takedown defense at 80%, famously never out of a fight. He's had more than one fight where he was down on rounds, losing the fight, and then came back and finished late to snatch that fight back. And the reason that happens is because he's a very low volume guy. He doesn't throw nearly as much as he should. He takes his time. He can be a bit of a slow starter, but when he does throw, he throws with power. He's very, very long, and he's very, very dangerous. He can also snatch up submissions like guillotines with those ridiculously long arms. He's taking on Ovince St. Preux. This is a talented guy. He has made some career missteps, right? He's jumped up in weight a few times to heavyweight. He's too small to be a heavyweight. He's taken some short notice fights against some tough opponents. Weren't the best ideas. And now he's 40 years old. And he seems to have the best years are behind him, but he is still very, very dangerous and a very accomplished athlete, even outside of the octagon. He averages a little more than 1 takedown per fight, but he really only wrestles when the opportunity to do so just falls directly into his lap. He is frustrating to watch as well because he's also low volume. He doesn't throw anything, even though you know he's talented, you know he's fast, you know he hits hard. It's always one punch at a time, never really throws anything in combinations. But again, powerful, fast, and hits hard. He's coming off that knockout loss to Felipe Lins where he didn't even have any time to do anything. Simply, Ovince is 40. He hasn't had a chin for quite some time now. I don't really see any path to victory for him outside of just a Hail Mary bomb. But even that is pretty unlikely here because he doesn't throw any punches. He waits too long to do stuff with his hands. Kennedy's a young guy. He's also dangerous. He's very long. He has a lot of career left. He's going to be the pick. One of the easiest picks on the card. Kennedy Nzechukwu, what do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, Kennedy should win this fight. And honestly, this is kind of a setup fight for him because I truly believe that they gave him that Dustin Jacoby fight, Dustin Jacoby coming off back-to-back losses, to kind of show off Kennedy. I mean, he was kind of steamrolling people. Jacoby looked like he was slowing down a little bit. Okay, let's give him a higher-ranked guy that's coming off, but he's had some good wins so he can smoke Dustin Jacoby, and we can make Kennedy one of those guys. And then it was like, whoops. And I think this is a situation where they're like, all right, our fault, Kennedy. We didn't realize Dustin was still as live as he was. Here's OSP, right? And everyone, I don't think anyone dislikes OSP, but at this point in his career as an older guy, as you mentioned, outside of a Hail Mary shot, which could happen, right? Kennedy's sometimes will just kind of shell up. Yeah. Even when he's not getting hurt, he will kind of shell up, and when you're showing up, you can't get hit. And OSP is going to be more live on the ground, too. So if you're Kennedy, I know you like kind of like the submissions and the front chokes and stuff like that, but OSP's got some weird sneaky stuff that he could throw around. Just keep your range, keep your distance. Don't force a knockout. You never really do, right? If you're Kennedy, you mentioned the low volume, but if you start chasing stuff, weird things could happen. The knockout will present itself. Walk him down, throw your long shit, hit him, and you should win this fight. There's reasons minus 500. It was set up for him, but I still have some reservations against Kennedy for whatever reason, but he should win this fight. And OSP is not 16-17.
What is he?
26-17.
Okay. Well, I get it. I get some reservations with Kennedy. We just watched him get knocked out. But Dustin Jacoby at one point in time was the number 2 ranked boxer in the world. Kickboxer in not the world, but in the largest promotion in the world, which, okay. And so that happens. He got caught. He came out more aggressive than he usually does, and he got caught. He's long. He hits hard. He's fighting an older guy who's sort of bounced between weight classes that I think is just sort of hanging around at this point. So Kennedy's going to be the pick. $9,400 in DraftKings. He probably makes sense for your lineup because if he wins, he will put up some decent numbers. Do you agree with that statement?
Yeah, what is this? Just look at the round line, see if we can get better value. I mean, under 1.5 is minus 140. That seems like it could be a close one. Because
the problem is they're both slow starters is the issue.
I agree with you. Even Kennedy by TKO KO is minus 200. you know, I think this is one you just might just kind of watch it, enjoy it. What's going on? You okay?
Joey, come here. I think he's growling at his reflection. Joey, come here.
Aggressive dog. You hate to see that. Couldn't be my dog.
Oh, he's got to get neutered. He's got to be neutered for sure. WeWantPicks.com. Click become a member. Only $10 an entire month. You'll unlock everything you have ever wanted or needed heading into fight week. Picks, bets, tools, insight, and more. Before you go, let me give you $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets and signs up with any one of our affiliate partners gets $50 as a thank you. Use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you.